Foden west of the East Yard, please stay off the roadway and keep to the pavement. Do not re-enter the Guildhall yard until instructed to do so by the marshals or stewards. I must now give you some history of the event. Cart marking dates back 5 centuries to the times when carters or carmen were charged 5 shillings per annum to ply their carts for hire within the city. In return, a date letter or mark was branded next to a brass number on the cart. This was the first form of licensing as we know it today. The cart marking brochure, you have got one, haven't you? It's available for purchase with all profits going to the St Dunstan's Trust, not, I hasten to add, for us to disappear to the pub, but to make a real difference to the charitable work of the Worshipful Company of Carmen. By having a brochure, you are also supporting our main sponsor, Dennis Eagle, whose generosity along with our advertisers make the parade a successful charity event, and we are sincerely grateful. The brochure contains information about today's parade, but you will also gain knowledge of our livery company. At the same time, ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome the official Carmen party. Could I ask you all to stand, please? Thank you. This is led by the Worshipful Company of Carmen's Beadle, John Hollingsworth. The Master Carmen, Peter Caudry, will lead the Senior Warden and Master-elect, Nick Lacer, and then importantly our guests, the Alderman and Sheriff of the City of London, Professor Michael Mainelli and Mrs. Elizabeth Mainelli, the Master of the Gloves Company, Richard Morris, and Past Chief Commoner John Scott, and his wife, Claire Scott.
Right. Particularly when you're using the harbour at our home to come in. Very a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed for proceeding.
We are starting off with a hand cart as the first item to be marked today. This hand cart dates from 1892 and it's been presented today by Past Assistant Chris Parley. Now, this vehicle was Evan Cook's first vehicle when he started his business in Peckham, and he was a major mover of artwork around the city in the 1930s. Handcarts were exempt from having to be...
This is a very fine example of a handcart. Well done. Yeah. 2 people power.
And the next exhibit is a manual fire pump, which dates all the way back from 1859, and it's been presented by Court Assistants Richard Buster, and is owned by Wessex Fire and Rescue Service. This is a 16-man horse-drawn manual fire pump, and it was made by Merryweather and Sons of London back in 1859, and when it was new, it was supplied to Livingston Fire Brigade in Hampshire. Fire pumps like this one would also have been purchased by large houses for their own on-site fire safety. And a manually operated fire engine like this one would have been pulled by 2 horses or 2 men to the fire. Unlike present-day vehicles with blue lights and sirens, this would have simply been lit by a candle and run by a handheld. 16 people would... Well, the first 2 items from the 19th century, something a little more modern on its way of others. Thank you. Well, it's fast forwarding now to 1955 with butchers, bakers, candlestick makers. It's the Raleigh all-steel bicycle. Raleigh were very proud of their all-steel construction. And it's fitted with the ubiquitous Sterling Archer AW 3-speed hub, as many bonnets were. And it's also got a board on there which is written with the trader's name, and also a very handy basket on the front for carrying those trays good. And, nice.
Originally owned by Lancashire Market Gardener, bought by Summers in 1960, and refurbished The T-type was very popular in West used the contemporary Oxford's 13.9 horsepower engine. It was a great success as well as chassis, and Morris were able to offer a complete range of options.
You're driving. Look, when you get
When they made their first cars. Their logo showed as a sunrise, as seen globally with now being sold all over the world. Even received 2 royal warrants, one in 1934 from George V, as suppliers of lorries to his Balmoral estate, and the other from George VI in 1940. LBs became part of Labour in 1951, and that benefited them, because under Labour ownership, they became the light and mid-weight range specialist. Fortunately, the LB badge disappeared in 1972, but they were able to continue producing in Scotland and the plant under Labour Dan. This particular.
Thank you very much.
Next vehicle, I believe, we have a change for those in the programme. Regrettably, the Talbot London Ambulance in 1935 couldn't make it, but instead we have 96. This particular ambulance served London for 9 years, from 1965 to 74, and was added to the London Ambulance Service Historic Collection when taken out of pollution. It's built on a Morris LD van chassis, widely recognised as the type of ambulance used in carry-on films, and more recently this particular vehicle has appeared in episodes of Call Midwife. It has a 2.2 litre BMC petrol engine, 4-speed gearbox, and top speed of about 60 miles an hour. It was
and it's presented today by Norman London. Now, this arrow was one of 16,500 of this type, which was built in Buffalo, New York, between 1911 and 1919. And this particular one was delivered to the French government in 1960, and was kept by them until the late 20s, when it was sold for much quieter retirement in the south of France. It was then brought back to the UK, where it got to do some serious work again, fitted with some hydraulic tipping gear, and it was instantly pressed into action to move excavated material to build Battersea Power Station, and has now been fully restored to look like it would have done then. One of my favourite drinks, Always Lemonade, and it has drop sides to make deliveries easier. Very popular vehicle in the day. The Bedford O model was a truck chassis which was introduced in 1939 and made by Bedford Vehicles, a subsidiary of General Motors here in the UK. Available in 2 wheelbases, and this one is fitted with a 27 horsepower petrol engine with a 4-speed gearbox and a fully floating rear axle. It's got servo-assisted hydraulic brakes, and was also available with a Perkins diesel engine option, which was often retrofitted as a conversion because the original petrol engine would have been very, very thirsty. And a large number of these were produced, making it one of the most popular trucks of its type ever. And they carried on making for quite a while, Chris, didn't they?
The ubiquitous O type is in particular brought into service at the likes of Canberra, SE5, until October 63.
And it's had new coachwork with beautifully polished beer. More recently, it's become popular, depicting the life and work of the departed. Vehicle, horse roll, and motor are often key features to personalise the deceased final journey. And this was a very popular working lorry in its time, and many traders had a great affinity to the K-type, very hardy vehicles. Therefore, hardly a week passes by without this old favourite gracing the streets of London. In 1939 there was a complete revamp of the Bedford commercial range, with only the MC van continuing in production. And the K-type here was one of the new models, with a range of 1.5 to 2 tonnes from World War II. The 1939 K MO series commercials with the Foden van is like that, and so many other manufacturers, including Renault, Isuzu, and Nissan as well.
Perhaps the appropriate time to mention the word for our sponsors, Dennis Eagle. Thank you very much, Dennis Eagle.
Then we have a 1952 AC regional low bridge poly double decker. Into service in 1952. It's been served 14 years. Drawn into summer 64. This sold on with it coaches Huntington and soon and in July 74 low bridge 36 on so bridges upstairs 4 seats side, and downstairs that drop gangway was obviously people having to bang their heads to get up. This particular vehicle at one time was used for advertising purposes with LBC radio in 1974. In 1975 it was painted red with Johnny Walker whiskey, and has travelled through marketing terms all over Belgium and Switzerland. Never very popular because of the low roof level.
Thank you very much. This was supplied new to from Arlington Motors, the famous Bedford dealers, and it was used for delivering parts around the country. It's taken part in many shows and runs, including the Historic Commercial Vehicle Society London to Brighton run. And this M-Series chassis was first made by Bedford in 1939. So it's a normal control with a bonnet, 4-wheel chassis, designed to carry loads of around 2 to 3 tonnes. So quite a sturdy machine. And each one was fitted with a 27 horsepower, 6-cylinder petrol engine.
When Edward Richard Foden left Foden's and started ERF, and production at Sandbach continued right through to March 2002, and MAN dropped the name in 2007. The original ERF produced was chassis number 63 because it was ER Foden's age. It's often popular here at car market with deliverymen and things like Foden. Here I found the assembled the best components, garden ranges, David Brave gearboxes, Kirk Soixes. They were never a volume producer, and eventually were bought by Western Star in June '96, and then in turn MAN in 2000. This drop side model was used for carrying concrete products originally, and then when it sold for
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a change in the programme, and regrettably a couple of trucks haven't been able to make it. So the next one is the Bedford J-Type, number 18, entered by Jeff Crackley.
So this 1968 Bedford J-Type, we marked this in an event. It was first marked here back in 1982. It's propelled by petrol and wheelpower. It's had a very interesting life, originally to transport props and scenery for London Weekend Television and the BBC for location filming. All of the sort of props and sets for Dad's Army at that time were transported on this particular truck. The Bedford J-Type was a truck made by Bedford and their successors from 1958 to 1998 as a replacement for the earlier Bedford A series of medium-duty trucks that were produced by the company. And
Thank you very much.
The overlanding cab is standard across the AEC, Leyland, Albion range, and at the time was quite a technological development. They're very dated now.
Richard Tasker, and it's got a very distinctive front profile, doesn't it, with those windows down in the footwells, and they were nicknamed the Three Mid Cab. This one, as a four-wheel tipper with its drop size, was used to transport materials around numerous sites around the UK. The vehicle was consistently maintained well throughout its history and being kept in its original condition. These FGs were also very popular with the Sunblessed Bread Company, with a box body on the back, and I'm sure many of you will remember the Sunblessed bread delivery trucks going.
Except 450 with the Fox moving group, Class 3 gearbox, the latest NX11 engine Euro 6 spec, 24-foot unique van body from Warrington, 24-foot opening side doors. Normally runs to the road, one thing here today, we can't put the draw bar on it. got everything included in the cab stand for the driver and the loading room.
This particular vehicle being supported. I think the tight corners here in the Guildhall yard would be just a little bit too much for it if it had the trailer on board. Low loader carrying a fully restored 1961 JCB 3C excavator. This was operated in London during the 1970s and has been owned by Joe Guildhall for the last 10 years. The handylands were originally built with a glass fibre cab designed by Scammel. For the Mark II and Mark III versions, a new Dignitaries designed cheese grater fiberglass cab was used on the second and third versions of the room rigid that was fitted. And the early versions were fitted with Scammel's own gate change gearbox, but subsequently they were fitted with AEC and David Brown gearboxes. Various engines fitted to the range, including the Leyland 680, the Gartner 150 and the Rolls-Royce 220.
Very basic cab with absolutely no facilities for the driver that was built down to an unladen weight, maximum payload. There we have the 1983 Foden, so yes, in Nuneaton. When it was sold on, it was bought by MCGoverns and renovated with a waste body similar to the ones that he was operating at the time. It's a motorway body used for the waste collection around the London boroughs. 12-speed bars. Totally refurbished to the high standard seen there. Standard DS11 engine, conventional engine with made outstanding by its detailed engineering. When the UK received the first LV one of those, it probably did more to advance lorry driving and operating standards than
How much? Underpants. Just underpants.
So this is an unusual quality control tractor unit made in Germany. This one spent its early life working in quarries and general muck shifting on many UK infrastructure works, and it's been lovingly restored to its former glory as a tractor unit by Brendan Giga in County Meath for the Republic of Ireland, and finished off in the other workshops here in London. It took 4 years to restore. There's some fantastic attention to detail in the restoration of this vehicle, really exceptional. It's got a V8 air-cooled Deutz engine, and this is the sole example today on the vintage circuit. The company started out manufacturing firefighting vehicles in 1866, and then in the late 1910s it started the production of trucks and buses. In 1975, Dignitaries became part of Iveco, which continued producing some of the trucks for a short while. Those helped in today, they also made almost all of the early movable ladders, which
service with London's in December 1982. It's a 32-46/6 tractor unit and was used on tipping and waste sites. Beautifully restored. MAN are part of Triton, which is a subsidiary of Volkswagen vehicles, which includes MAN, Scania and Navistar.
In the 60s and 70s, Ford introduced the Transit to replace the old 400E trader van, and Bedford introduced this CF to replace the ageing CA model, and they were a huge leap forward in terms of driver comfort and performance compared with the older models. This particular one, presented by Livery and John Tobin and owned by Timothy Kelly of the Kelly Group, was originally purchased by Mr. Warner of Salisbury for £4,320. He then sold it to Mr. Kelly, and it is still with the Kelly Group today. It's, as you see, it's never needed any major restoration work. It's in its original state. It's just been really well looked after, and it's had a few minor repairs to prevent any corrosion. And the CF range is actually historically notable because it's the last solely Vauxhall engine vehicle when it was discontinued in 1987. The last Vauxhall engineered passenger car had been the XCV, which had ceased production in 1979. From then on, all Vauxhall passenger cars had switched to being based on oval platforms.
1989 Dennis Phoenix, oval design cab, driven today by Jeff Riggs, who's Dennis' after sales director. The oval design Delta was designed as a municipal chassis, fire appliances and so on. And one of the criteria was roominess and ease of access, which is why you've got a long, wide, deep door. Same cab was also used by Sharp and Jewellery on their municipal operations. Then let's go back to the turn of the 1900s, bicycle manufacturer, and we're at the forefront of technological development in all forms of commercial vehicles, particularly municipal. Fire engines up to that point, as we saw earlier, have been horse-drawn or by people, and Dennis developed a fire engine with a steam engine attached to it to power the pumps. Throughout the 20s and 30s, they developed a wide range of buses, coach chassis, even lawnmowers. They were very busy during the Second World War assembling tanks and various other munitions. And in the early 50s, they cornered the market in the fire engines and dustbin lorries. By the mid-70s, they'd experimented with glass fibre cabs to keep the unladen weight down and to keep the vehicles looking smart. And the Delta cab was a development of that. Built by Motor Panels in 1979 onwards, and it's still in use today in its current format. Dennis was sold on in 1999 and are now owned by a Dutch turbo. So vehicles which we'll see later on feature a comprehensive range of the company's products.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're very grateful to MCGoverns who have sponsored this event. Thank you. Over the trainer series, but these latest Ford Transits really are just like a car to drive. They've got everyone calm, they've got sat-nav, they've got air conditioning, electric windows, very, very luxurious vehicles. And this is a 2020 Ford Transit Custom. Owned by the Trelaw Trust, who are very local to us here at the Guildhall, and it's presented by past master John Holder. And it's used by the Trelaw School and College to transport young people with complex disabilities to outings, medical appointments, and work experience opportunities around Hampshire and the South East. It's fitted with a tail lift for easy access of Trelaw's students. Lovely to see you here today, isn't it? Well, we saw ambulance, registered this year, presented now by Everyman Nick Agnew and owned by the London Ambulance Service NHS Trust. And this particular example is one of the newest in the fleet. It is about to be put into service, and it's an example of the equipment that today's ambulance crews serving within the London area. They're converted by Wilco over there in Ireland, and this particular one has got the very latest crew safety system installed, full CCTV and full telematics, so they know exactly where the vehicle is at any time. So this is a Harsco track technologies John Deere Gator Type 9C from 2013, presented by John Murphy. And it's a Harsco track technologies rail conversion of a John Deere 6x4 Gator. Gators, of course, you see used as grounds vehicles and sports facilities and golf courses and things like that. But this one has been specially converted to run on the ground, and then it can adapt to run on standard gauge railway track. It's also unique in that it's been fitted with a battery-operated drivetrain, replacing the original diesel engine, and that was designed and fitted at the Research and Development Unit of Quattro Plant in conjunction with the University of Exeter. And converting into battery power does not alter its capabilities at all. Its basic model is just a standard John Deere Gator that was especially adopted in 2012 for use in railway applications. And it's being used as a test bed for rail technologies at the Quattro Plant R&D Centre. Very unusual vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, and very nice to see it here today. In the summer, but I'm sure it will be earning its keep over the winter. It's owned by Butcher Municipal Limited, and it's a 6 cubic metre Electra built on an 18-tonne DAF chassis. It can deliver over 20 to 30 tonnes of salt on a full battery cycle. That would be 4 or 5 treatment runs on a 6 cubic metre spreader. Only draws power when the gritting is on, so you can get an 80-minute full charge from completely flat. And big electric, there's no PTO or hydraulics to worry about, so it's quite economical to run, much simpler. Very quiet in comparison with a hydraulic alternative. And very environmentally friendly, of course.
This is one of 5 which will enter in service with Borough of Brent, owned by Viola.
Yeah, right.
Environmentally friendly and so much more quiet. And this is a new vehicle, 2021 SAIC Motor Maxus Delivery 3. And this is the newest type of electric vehicle which is being used here in the City of London for city deliveries. 100% electric, so zero emissions at the point of use. Whisper quiet, isn't it? So this is the Scania Capilotto tanker, made in 2020, presented by Jeff Harrison. It's made from high-grade 304 stainless steel with a marbled effect finish. It combines a 10,000 litre sludge tank and a 5,100 litre water tank. It's got a very powerful vacuum system for clearing pipework and drains and sludge and debris, and then it can transport it for disposal in the typical market of the rear. Water sent up through the cleared pipework at up to 300 litres per minute at 170 bar pressure to leave pipes can drain some sparkling clear. And above the tank and debris compartment, the hose reel has got an extending arm that rotates around 270 degrees, and that can position 20 metres of 5-inch hose exactly where the operator wants it, by the means of a wireless remote control joystick.
Operated by Derbyshire-based HW Martin Traffic Management. It effectively blocks up lanes to secure a safe working area for operatives whilst it's loaded the ubiquitous red and white traffic cones and warning signs are positioned. It has a high-speed crash cushion to the rear, protecting the vehicle and the other driver in the event that anybody runs into the back of it, despite the large flashing light arrow. It progressively collapses under impact and the cushion absorbs the shock of the crash. And even for impact speeds of 70 miles an hour, tests have shown that there's no serious injury to the drivers involved. The body is specially designed to carry a variety of warning signs in the toast rack at the front of the body and to allow the safe position to pick up the traffic cones.
So if you wonder how all those cones get there on the M25, now you know, it all comes from one of these.
Join the seconds, please. Suttons operate a large fleet of vehicles, over 500 in the UK alone, the majority of which are Volvos, and we've enjoyed some of their new vehicles in previous years. Suttons are very much a global logistics player, and their operations in the chemical, gas, fuel and foodstuffs industries cover Asia, North America, Europe, and it's something we as a country can be proud of, what they've been able to establish. They have a modern fleet of specialist equipment, tankers, dry powder operations, fuel, foodstuffs. This particular vehicle is equipped with a PTO to pump off liquids. It's equipped with cameras so the driver can see down the near side. Lift axle.
So this is the MAN TGM Palfinger Mead, presented by City of London Vince Dignan. And a Mead is a mobile elevated work platform, and they're built by Palfinger AG for Tone and Henry, capable of reaching 37 metres in height, so you need a good head for heights to work in one of these. It's built onto an 18-tonne MAN TGM chassis. This particular one has been instrumental to works in the City of London and is typically used for building inspection and maintenance. So along with its sister trucks, it's worked on landmarks such as the Bank of England and No. 1 Poultry, and also on other city buildings such as the Wallgate Exchange, 80 to 90 Cheapside, the Apex Hotel on Flint Street, and 20 King Street as well. Sam and Henry are one of the UK's leading property restoration specialists, having forged reputation for remarkable non-scaffold transformations using a unique process called facade collage. It's the world's leading scaffold-free, dry and non-abrasive facade cleaning technology. It's the only system specifically designed to professionally clean buildings without the need for scaffolding, and it enables businesses to function normally while the works are taking place. So this is our last exhibit today, ladies and gentlemen. It's a up-to-date Demi-Seagull E-Connect refuse collection vehicle, presented to us by Corps Assistant in Golden and owned by Demi-Seagull Limited. It's part of their demonstration fleet. It's got a 200 kilowatt electric motor. That's around about 250 horsepower. And it has 300 kilowatt hour battery packs. Just to give you an idea of the size of that, something like a Nissan Leaf electric car has got a 30 kilowatt hour battery pack. This is 10 times the size of that, so it certainly packs a punch. The E-Connect has been a 5-year project, but it's an evolution of the Elite chassis, which was first launched in 1992, and the Olympus body launched in 2009. The bodies and chassis are built complete at Warwick, and the cab at Blackpool with a turbo supplied VIN lift. And this particular one is sponsored by Demi-Seagull today.
And ladies and gentlemen, I mention again, we're most grateful to Demi-Seagull for their sponsorship of this event. That concludes the traditional marking part of the parade, but we will very shortly have a run-through of all the vehicles again. I should remind from 1892. The 1859 16-man horse-drawn manual fire pump. Yes, I can see the drivers well enough. Just be ready for his lunch. Hero. 1955 running train bicycle. Does your bell work on that? Well done. The Morris Commercial Flatbed from 1929. The Albion ST30 1946. Look out, the ambulance. And the Pierce Arrow Model R. Next up, the Bedford Hilltop from 1936. And the Bedford Hilltop here. If you've got to go, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a bad way to go, is it? AEC Regent, effectively a low decker, go under no bridges. Bedford N-type,
signs from 1953. And the ERA Serena, 1961, delivery of PC Hammer Foden. Generators, Bedford J-Type, 1968. The Albion Ergonomic Camp, 1968 also, for Jackie O'Donovan. And we should have Leyland 345 now. Pause for a minute. And the scammel from 1970, the scammel handling unit with the low Tasco trailer and the fully restored 1961 JCB 3C. MCGoverns, Foden S83 978.
Look at that shithole.
Followed by the Scania 110. In Benfica livery. Very smart. Next up, the Gera Stuarts, 1979. The air-cooled Deutz engine. The MAN SG240 truck unit 1902. This is a 6x6 vehicle, so all wheels drive. The Density for Refuse Collection Vehicle, 1990.
wisely. Jeffrey, who is the sales director for Eagle. Yes, that's right. For Transit Custom from Travelers Trust. And Mercedes-Benz Sprinter Ambulance from 2021.
It's only worth 10%, isn't it?
Boucher Municipal UK Phoenix Electro Salt Spreader.
That is just bad before doing.
Here it comes. Hope he's warming up for the winter. Followed by the SAIC Motor Access Delivery 3. Delivery map. And the Scania Capolotto Tanker 2020. And the Iveco Impact Protection Vehicle, which I'm sure we've all seen around motorways, from 2021. Some staff CF 450. Here is the road rail gator. And the mobile elevated work platform on the MAN chassis in we will follow him at Hammery, contributing 37 metres. And as it were, after the Waterloo show, that is the demonstration of the refuse collector. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to remind you, let me start again. I hope you enjoyed the parade. I have to remind you that we have a text and donation facility to incline charities to text a donation of funds.
Elsewhere opening our city, Elizabeth and I have been delighted to put our delicate shoulders to the wheel for today's art marking. As one of the only two sheriffs to serve 2 consecutive terms since 1228.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the show, and lunch is now served.